Today, I'm going to show you a bunch of videos documenting ongoing rivalry that I've had with one of my good friends that started back in 2015 when he bought a 2011 Audi S4. That thing has a 3-liter supercharged engine pumping out about 330 horsepower in stock form. And at that time, I was driving my double cab long box Tundra on a 4-inch lift, 33-inch tires with a TRD blower, upper and lower pulleys, and a 50 horsepower shot of nitrous. So it was putting out somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 horsepower on the crank. We weighed our vehicles before we raced. Mine weighed in at 6,800 pounds fully loaded, and his was at just a hair over 4,000. I was quite confident that I was going to kick his butt because, I thought my truck was so mighty and quick and fast, and his Audi was stock. So here are the results of our race. So as you can see, I was quite incorrect in thinking that I was gonna beat him, and after keeping up for a few seconds, he started pulling away from me pretty hard. 2 years went by, and he has put in a cold air intake and the next pipe on his car. The rest was stock, and I ended up buying a 2-door short box Tundra that I put the same TRD blower on, this time with just the crank pulley and some long tube headers and exhaust. And that truck weighed in right around 5,000 pounds with me in it, so a lot closer, and it was lowered instead of lifted and on stock tires with a full-time all-wheel drive conversion as well. So check out how the next couple races played out for us. Well, my friend was not too excited about getting whooped by a truck, so he vowed to keep working on his car until it was fast enough to show me what's up. And over the next couple years, he scraped up some money and installed a stage 2 integrated engineering kit. So that's upper and lower supercharger pulleys, a different intake. He decarboned the valves and put a pretty intense 94 octane tune in it. I've also not been sitting around, so I've got the hair up supercharger on it, pumping out close to 20 pounds of boost, and I was sure that there's no way an Audi of his caliber could keep up to me. However, it does put out 500 horsepower to the crank as rated by the pulley kit manufacturer. So he was definitely getting up to those high power numbers, and we met up for some roll racing to see who is the new king of the road amongst the two of us. could not believe his 500 horsepower Audi would pull that hard. I mean, I got a jump on him initially and I was like, sweet, I've got this. But every time around 100 mile an hour, he would just start pulling on me hard and then he would just drive off into the sunset. So I did have a few issues with my truck. I just installed a larger meth injection nozzle, so it was running pretty rich and my tune wasn't really up to par. So instead of making up excuses, I told him, listen, let's have a rematch in a couple of days. So I went back to the drawing board and started working on my tune. So I've fixed up the air fuel ratios because it was running super rich when I raced him. And I have also played a little bit with advancing the timing on it. And we met for our final rematch just to see how much difference my tune would make to the performance of my truck. And here was our last roll race of the season. Wow, I was freaking blown away by the difference that the tune made compared to how the truck acted when I raced him prior to that. So good to see that the Tundra is still on top and 500 horsepower wasn't enough for the S4 to keep up to it. Now, the Integrated Engineering's own S4 actually ran high 10s on a quarter mile, but they had a lot more done to it. They've had downpipes, they've had a weight reduction, they've had some sticky tires, they had a DSG in it. My friend's is a manual, so DSG will always be faster, obviously. And they had the E40 mix in the tank with a different tune in it. So, and a throttle body upgrade. So that's what his next steps are gonna be, and then we're gonna have a rematch again, and I will make sure to film it and show it to you guys. See you soon. Cheers.